Chapter 49. Addison. I don't know how they do it. Both of my men are asleep, and I've been staring at the ceiling since the moment my head hit the pillow. I slipped out of bed and into one of the office-style chairs in the room. Cameron broke character and rented the most expensive suite at this hotel, but it didn't matter. All of us were in the same bed, and I wasn't sleeping. I'd already taken a hot bath and made decaf tea. It was quite sad when his parents left. We all broke down in tears, knowing it would be the last time they'd see each other. Of course, his parents were proud of him and excited to see him used in God's plan, but it didn't make the pain of losing a son any less traumatizing. Once they'd left, Cameron spent the next 30 minutes on the phone setting up his plan. We all had our roles to play, and I would do mine, even though I didn't like it. I trust God put this plan in Cameron's head, and that it will work out the way it's supposed to. But that doesn't make it any easier to sleep. Jason Armbruster.
What do you mean you can't find him? Where did he go? Did he ascend to heaven in a fiery cloud?
No, sir, at least not that I'm aware of. We're tracking his phone, but it's off the network. He hasn't been to his home or hospital in a few days.
What about his wife? Are you tracking her phone?
The younger officer broke eye contact with me. No, we didn't ask for that. We didn't think we'd need it.
And how do you feel now?
Like maybe we should have asked for it?
Right. Make it happen. Let me know when you have something. I'm going to cruise around and try to spot his car.
Are you sure you should drive? You look miserable.
I guess I'm not as good at hiding my pain as I thought I was.
Leaning onto my car with both hands probably didn't help mask my misery.
I'm fine. If our department would add heated seats to the cruisers, it sure would help at moments like this. The pain meds and muscle relaxers are making it tolerable, barely.
We'll get him today, sir. I can feel it.
I hope you're right. My wife hasn't gotten out of bed in 2 days. She needs some closure on this.
I eased myself into my car and leaned toward the door to shut it, but my back had other ideas. Searing pain bore into my back when I reached over for the door. Here, let me get that for you. The other officer closed the door for me and stepped back slowly. Let me know if you need help. I nodded as I gripped the steering wheel, grimacing as I waited for the pain to lessen. Cameron.
Okay, is everyone ready? We need to get out of here in the next few minutes. The others should almost be in position.
Aaron nodded while he walked toward me. Addison put her hand on his shoulder and followed behind. I left them in the lobby and pulled the car around to the covered entrance of the hotel.
Remember, we don't stop until it's over. No matter what happens, just keep going. God will provide the solutions to any obstacle we face. Trust in Him, and that we'll all be together again. All of us. Sarah's already up there waiting.
After I loaded our luggage into the car, I handed the keys to Addison.
I think you should drive.
Why not me, Dad? Asked Aaron. He wore his familiar smile, the one I hadn't seen in a few days.
You've got about 4 more years left. Mom will teach you how to drive. But remember what my dad always told me.
He rolled his eyes and beat me to the punchline. Always assume the other person will do something stupid, because most of the time they will.
Exactly. Even when I'm gone, you'll have hundreds of hours of fatherly advice floating around in your head. It's every parent's goal to teach their children enough before they lose the opportunity. I'm glad I didn't wait until you were a teenager to start.
I walked Addison over to the driver's side and pulled her in for a hug.
Thank you for being my wife and putting up with me all these years. I'm sorry we won't have any more anniversaries or date nights. If I could do it all over again, I'd find you sooner so we'd have more time.
Time is a human creation. I'll settle for love. That's a God thing. I love you, Cameron.
We held each other for another moment and then broke apart. It was time to get to work.
I closed the door for her and then walked around to the passenger side, where Aaron waited for me. If all the pieces come together, this should be just about perfect. Pearson was always full with additional patients boarding in the ER, just about the right number of patients for how much time I had left. Hopefully Hans didn't run into any roadblocks. We needed to be at the hospital in an hour.
Jason Armbruster. Sir, we have a hit on Turner's wife. She's 5 miles away from the hospital and headed right for it. What do you want us to do? I have an officer close. Yes, that was the break we needed. Don't apprehend him. I want to do it. Can you confirm that he's in the vehicle? Give me a few minutes. I'll have him approach. Not too close. I don't want to raise any suspicion. Call me back when you know. I'm headed that way now. I checked my mirror as I flipped on my lights and siren. A break in traffic allowed me to whip a U-turn, which my back protested more than my tires did. I asked my voice assistant to call Diane. She'd want to know that we're about to arrest him. Maybe I'd leave the call connected when I do it. I flicked off the siren so I could hear her better. Hey, honey, how is your day going? It was nice of her to ask about me first, but the flat tone of her voice made it clear she was probably still in bed. Again. She needed to break out of this funk. It's about to get a lot better. My crew just spotted Turner's wife on the way to the hospital. I bet he's with her. Do you want to be on the phone when I arrest him? You can hear it happen live. Do you think that would cheer you up? She didn't answer right away. She probably imagined the shock on his face and frustration as the cold steel snapped around his wrist. When the reality of the moment finally sunk in. Do you really think he should be arrested? What? Of course he should. He could have saved that guy and didn't. Now you're traumatized and depressed and can't even get out of bed. He needs to pay for that. Is that what it's about for you? Making him pay? Or is it about enforcing the laws? I don't understand. I thought you wanted this. He's a good man, Jason. I'm sure he had his reasons for not using his gift at that moment. Maybe we should let this slide. It's too late for that. There's a warrant out for his arrest, and I'm going to bring him in. My phone vibrated, and the caller ID showed the number of the other officer. Hang on a minute. I switched calls and took the report before switching back to Diane. Good news. They confirmed there were 3 people in the car. Sounds like the whole family will get to witness it. Well, when you see him, let him know I forgive him. It will be the first thing I tell him. Before I slapped the cuffs on him and read him his rights. Gotta go. I'm getting close to the hospital. Try to get out of bed and get some food. It might make you feel better.